My favourite food writer is The Guardian's Matthew Fort. He thinks the joys of cold goose are infinite.
They just look so magnificent, you know. There's long, streamlined shape and that sort of glistening bronze, that oil of fat on the outside. You just want to eat it, don't you? You can feel it doing your heart good. Well, remember, you see, the Gascon paradox. You know about the Gascon paradox?
No.
Well, the Gascons have the lowest heart disease in Europe, and they eat more goose and duck fat and goose and duck flesh than anybody else. This is this huge intake of saturated fat, and yet they have a very low level of heart disease. So I assume, therefore, that duck fat and goose goose flesh are all very, very good for you.
I think you're right. So we can eat plenty of roast potatoes cooked in goose fat.
Can't have enough. I think, actually, you could fry an old telephone directory in goose fat and it would just be heaven to eat.
Matthew's a jolly good cook, and he came up with this idea of a salad to complement the goose. It's made with a chopped fennel bulb, which has got a good aniseedy flavour, and mandarin oranges. Blood oranges would do.
You just take out the segments.
He peels and slices them into segments, making sure that only the sweet flesh goes in, and then dresses it with plenty of olive oil and flaked sea salt. He got the idea when he went round Italy on a Vespa.
There you are, Rick. A bit of cold roast goose. And it doesn't get much better than that, in my
doesn't
view.
it? Look at the fat on it.
Come here, you little bugger.
For a little piquancy, he adds his own pickled cucumbers from the garden, but you can use gherkins.
And funnily enough, the texture is like really fine roast beef as well. It's got that very, very sort of close texture, so it's got sort of certain density to it, but it has its own, very distinctive flavour, which isn't beef and it certainly isn't turkey, but it has real sort of depth and length and goes very well with all these things, you know, which are very clean and nice and easy to eat on the day after Christmas. You get a Boxing Day, don't you? And you're feeling, your liver's pounding as if someone's trampling all over it. You realise you should never have had that third helping of Christmas pudding. But you eat this, and I think sort of brings peace and tranquility to the...
Absolutely, and you'd wake up in the morning on Boxing Day and thinking, yes, cold goose. Whereas not, turkey, you know.
Bloody turkey, not bloody turkey. Sorry. Turkey, I think, can be, on its day, can be a fine bird, but it is not, in my view, in the same class as a goose.